Let's go back in time. The day is September 19th, Shadowkeep is coming October 1st. I do a live gameplay and say that the rarely used Vigilance Wing is still a viable PvP option. Because the Vigilance Wing wasn't really seen anymore, so I wanted to talk about how the perk procs a lot in 6v6 quick play, and as far as a dueling weapon, it has a really nice TTK. After some time, Shadowkeep drops. The first video I make was on range. It was my top priority. There are a lot of buffs and nerfs with this Shadowkeep update, and one of those things was a buff to high impact pulses, and technically the Vigilance Wing is a high impact pulse that shoots a 5 burst. That day, I saw that it was doing 23 to the head and 16 to the body, and before the update, it was 22 to the head and 15 to the body. That's fairly substantial. That's 5 more damage per burst. The ease of use skyrockets. I was excited, I went to test it, saw the findings, moved on with my day. There's a lot of content to cover. Well, about a week later, I started seeing videos, like hundreds of them, from small to big, on how the Vigilance Wing has been buffed. Saw it on Reddit, popped up everywhere, a lot to track. Now, the ones that I followed that followed me, I reached out and showed them what was going on. Some didn't answer back, some were like meh, some were like oh no. But with what's about to be shown, it's gonna come up in a couple of videos. And in some of them that are already made, that are going to be made, I was gonna mention V-Wing, but I kind of decided that this needed its own video. So the new damage is 23 to the head, 16 to the body. So with 16 to the body, if you were to land 12 body shots, that would be 192 damage. That's important because that's 6 resilience. So how come if you have 0 resilience, 12 body shots doesn't down? At 0 resilience, that would be 186 health, the lowest of the low. That tells you that something's wrong. Well, let's put on 8 resilience, that's 196 health. 13 body shots at 16 to the body is 208 damage, and 208 damage downs everything. It should, but it doesn't down 8 resilience. But if you bump that down 1 down to 7, 13 body shots does down 7 resilience. Why is that, and why is it like this? In Destiny, some damage numbers come out as decimals. And when a decimal is, let's say, 10.1 or 10.9 damage, in-game that rounds to 11, it shows as 11. The Vigilance Wing has a rounding error. And I've noticed with updates, it's something you have to keep track of, sometimes things get messed up. It's one of the reasons why my stuff takes so long to get out, because it gets checked and if nothing's found, I don't talk about it, but with this particular update, a lot of things change. It's gonna be talked about a lot more in the future. So with Vigilance Wing now, nothing has changed since the update. It still hits 22 to the head and 15 to the body. With whatever happened with the high impact pulse buff, it put some sort of decimal behind the 15. It could be 15.1, 15.001, 15.6, whatever it is. That got rounded straight to 16. Back to what we went over with how come 12 body shots doesn't down 0 resilience. It should be doing 192 damage, because in reality, it can't down 0 resilience because that number is actually 15. The total damage is 180, and that's not gonna down anything. So the next test, 13 body shots comes up as 208 damage in the game if the body damage is indeed 16, but we know that that number is actually 15. 15 damage for 13 bullets is 195 damage. With 8 resilience, you have 196 health. With 7 resilience, it can down because that's 194 health. The 13 bullets are hitting for 195. The videos that you've been seeing and on Reddit saying that it's amazing, and maybe you've tried it out yourself, thought that the buff's unreal, it feels really good. In reality, nothing has changed, and you might now just be finding out that the rarely used Vigilance Wing is still a viable PvP option. Let's talk about it in the comment section. There is a video dropping shortly after this one, so stay tuned. It's gonna be a double upload. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And to all of you that are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.